welcome all of you to my YouTube channel, Animals and Pets with Partha. Today's episode is dedicated to the dog shows of the present times. As you know, the dog show season is on, and in India, from times eternal, from the time that dog shows came about by the Britishers who actually introduced dog shows to India, and the kennel club that started, which was once the mainstream kennel club, which was started by the Britishers. But later on, of course, internal and animosity amongst people, hostility that developed by one individual who is known as the syndicate, has actually resulted in fragmenting the dog world of India in numerous parts. So there are Indian National Kennel Club, which was fragmented much long ago. Later on, of course, the UKC Bharat, then the UKC Punjab. The Bharat UKC is, of course, from southern India. Then we have the IKL, which is from Delhi. So all this put together, and plus, of course, there are numerous pet shows which run individually on their own, not joining the mainstream kennel club. Of course, that's because of the syndicate, who is actually completely corrupted the game, and the dog shows have no meaning today because they are all just pay and win. That is the thing. Now, what has happened, of course, that as you see in the dog shows today, the dogs that are winning belongs to a coterie of people who are close to the syndicate, and this syndicate manipulates most of the dog shows where his stooges are appointed as their officials, and the resultant factor is that it is the dwindling number of entries. Means not entries, it is dogs, what I mean to say. If you see 200-300 entries, you will see at least 50% dogs which are present. So dog shows that used to have 500, 600, and in fact we also clocked in more than 1,200 dogs at a dog show in Delhi in 1995, has now come down to just merely 100 dogs or 150 dogs present in the biggest shows in India, which is very, very unfortunate. So what has happened? Now, the result of manipulating all the shows with and a coterie of people winning, and the syndicate having fun, making crores and crores of rupees, the resultant factor is the dogs, the prices. Mainly, we have lost our dedicated breeders who bred dogs which they would of course import to improve their own stock, and they would breed dogs that they could say that these are show dogs, and you go to dog shows and you love winning with them and all that sort of thing. So now, because it's in the dog shows, it's pay and win. So people over the years now, with this syndicate, that corruption started, they have realized that dogs are not going to win unless you pay. And now there's a huge pet market in India. Our pet dog market is possibly one of the biggest in the world because of the more and more people getting enlightened, where they have houses, they have apartments, they want small dogs, they want beautiful looking dogs, they want lap dogs, they want then there are big bungalows, and there are big farms, so they want big dogs, guard dogs. So demand for all types of dogs are at the highest at this moment. But then that is being capitalized by pet dog breeders. Now, because the normal person doesn't know which is a show dog. There's no way, unless you go to dog shows and the evaluation of dogs are done correctly. Now, once that system, that edifice has completely broken up, just like a pack of cards, and what has happened is the dogs that they now select puppies on the internet by looking, how healthy and how whatever attracts their eye, that big strong parents, big strong bones. That is what is most important, because healthy dogs would look healthy. Of course, they may not be internally healthy. They may be but then that doesn't matter. And even the pedigrees and other things have completely, because the pedigree is also a complete bogus. thing in India. So there is no guarantee of the correctness of any of the pedigrees. I can assure you that the people who actually have gone out of this system just because of this, huge corruption in the mainstream kennel club, which was once started by the Britishers, what the people who've gone out, they are trying to have nice, decent dog shows, and of course, the judges are mostly Indians. They may not be, they may lack in a lot of little finesse, but then that's okay. But then knowledge-wise and experience-wise, they are all quite good, and they do a good job. So most of the Indian judges who are judging in these shows like United Kennel Club Punjab and United Kennel Club Bharat and the Indian National Kennel Club are all doing a good job. Whereas, of course, if you judge for the syndicate, if you're a syndicate appointed Indian judge, it's extremely difficult for you to get judging appointments because most of the shows are judged by anybody, just anybody foreign, anybody who can who can dress himself up with a nice suit and tie, and can be from any country. Doesn't matter whether he's kept dogs or kept white rats or whatever. Maybe he owned a dog at some point of time and found that becoming a dog show judge was quite fun. You could have free travel to various countries and of course to India, because India is looking for judges who can be brought in cheaply and quick notice. They can just be flown a couple of hours, 3-4 hours around these Asian countries, and the Asian countries are manufacturing huge number of judges. Doesn't matter whether they know dogs, but they must know good English, and they must be able to communicate. The Japanese judges, of course, are brilliant. Most of them are extremely knowledgeable, because I have had the opportunity of inviting many of them, like Kinzo Kobayashi, and then you have Dr. Sato, and then my friend Mr. Sonada, and all these people. They are brilliant judges, but most of them, they don't because Japanese judges are quite free, quite busy otherwise, and they are excellent. But then most of them won't be able to communicate in English. But in my times, we would always provide an interpreter for the Japanese judges, and they were really good. And it was Mr. Karyabu who used to send these judges across, and it was brilliant. I think Mr. Karyabu laid the stones of the Japanese Kennel Club, which rose to great heights. Well, other than that, most of the other countries, I am very disappointed. They are hardly very fair. There are only a few judges who are worth it. But you will find everybody coming to India at every small show in every corner of this country. And the unfortunate part is all our Indian judges under the patronage of who became a judge under the patronage of the syndicate, who has of course taken huge sums of money or other favors for giving them a license to judge here. Now, all said and done, you please look out. Don't the registration of the main the syndicate run club, of course, is completely bogus and farce. So, this is what I wanted to say and communicate. There are plenty of dog shows. You can go to all the pet shows and enjoy your dogs, and you will find the reason for the downfall of prices. The breeders actually do not get proper price for their good animals. When I was breeding some years ago, I could sell my dogs for even a lakh of rupees, 100,000 rupees. But nowadays that is an impossibility in most cases. The prices of pet dogs, which are better looking, where people are prepared to pay more for them because they like the look of their parents, they like the look of the puppies, whereas who advertise to sell show dogs, they don't like the dogs which are born, they don't like the puppies because the only thing they will say that we have a certain registration. Now that is, don't get swayed away with all this. This is complete cheating and looting. So I would suggest use your sort of discretion, and you are the best judge. You have to take the dog for the next 10 years. 10 or 12 years or 15 years, that's going to share your family, your be a part of the family. Now, with these words, I will close today. What I mean to say is, do subscribe to my channel. If you like what I say, kindly press the share button, and also subscribe to it, and press the bell button so you get notified with every new episode that I put out. Thank you and bye bye. See you again shortly.